Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, the 22nd day of July. The time is 9 o'clock. The board is in session to conduct its weekly open business meeting. All three commissioners are present. We also have with us, for the record,
Nicole Salford, Ada County Prosecutor's Office. Trevor Phillips, Ada County Operations.
Bob Carney, Operations.
Nate Pierce, Hub International.
Lisa Donaldin, Hub International.
Brian Blaine, Procurement.
Jennifer Pike, HR.
Bob Perkins, Ada County Procurement.
Ether Bordy, Clerk's Office.
Richard Beck, Development Services.
Elizabeth Duncan, Communications.
IT guy.
Trent Triple, County Clerk.
Okay. Madam Clerk, are there any changes to the agenda?
They're not.
No changes. Okay. All right, the first item on our agenda is a volunteer appointment of Ryan Dudley to the Historic Preservation Council for a term to expire 7/22/25. That's because this is fulfilling an unexpired term. Do we have any discussion? Would you like to, you met Mr. Dudley, haven't you?
I interviewed Mr. Dudley along with Brent from Development Services, and he seemed highly qualified with historical knowledge to fill this position.
Okay. Any other discussion on Mr. Dudley's appointment? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
I move to appoint Ryan Dudley to the Historic Preservation Council, term to expire 7/22/25.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Okay, now we have some unfinished business to take up. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
I'll accept the motion to remove unfinished business from the table.
I move to remove the unfinished business from the table for consideration.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carried. We've had the unfinished business removed from the table. Our first item up is RFP 25027, tabled from 15th of July. Bob.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. Before you this morning, under unfinished business, we do have three items, the first of which is RFP 25027, the Ada County Emergency Management Type 3 Incident Management Team Project. And we have two items under this. The first of the items is a review of the protest that was received from Early Alert on this project. So last week, I brought before you their protest, and just to kind of recap the events leading up to their protest, we put this RFP out on April 22nd, and proposals were opened to the board on May 27th. We received 8 proposals for this project, and evaluations were held on June 6th. The top 4 coming out of the initial evaluation were invited for interviews. The top 4 were Choleta, High Focus, Early Alert, and Wyland Associates. Interviews for those 4 were held on July 2nd, and coming out of the interviews, the rankings were as follows. High Focus was in number 1, Choleta was number 2, Early Alert was number 3, and Wyland Associates was number 4. After the interviews were finished, the evaluation team approved the final rankings, and a letter was sent out to all the proposers of the final rankings. And on July 7th, we received a protest from Early Alert on those award recommendations. Early Alert contends that the evaluation results did not adequately reflect their experience and qualifications, and they also submitted a public records request for the proposals and scoring summary. So we did complete their public records request. They do have a copy of all those records that they requested. And it appears that this protest is sort of a mix of not liking the outcome and wanting to see the evaluator scores and comments. So given that Early Alert came out of the initial evaluation in 3rd place and was invited to the interview and remained in 3rd place, would suggest that the evaluation team saw them similarly in 3rd place comparatively to the other proposers. So there doesn't seem to be anything substantive in their protest. The board, you've had the opportunity to review their protest and whether the protest has merit or not. And based on what Early Alert has provided in their protest, does the board want to uphold the protest, or does the board want to deny the protest?
Mr. Chairman?
Good, go ahead.
So the process, when you went back and evaluated the process, this is the same process we use for all of our evaluations, correct? There wasn't a deviation for the process?
No deviation. It's a similar process, and it's all ran through our bonfire e-procurement system with the same ratings, the same evaluation criteria, and so
And
no deviation.
and calling in people for interview, personal interview, all of that was the same way we do it for all of them, correct?
Yep, correct.
Okay, any other questions or discussions? Now, I guess the first item we need to do is to review the protest, and we need to reject the protest. Is that the need to
Yes,
do?
so if the board doesn't find that this protest has merit, you would deny the protest. And if you do think that the protest has merit, then you would uphold the protest.
Okay, I'll accept the motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to deny the protest received on RFP 25027 based on what we've done in the evaluation of the process, and their protest was based on process, in my opinion, and process was added.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right.
Do you have the award of the bid and final ranking?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, now that we have that protest administered, we can move on to the final ranking and award recommendation for this project. And the evaluation team for RFP 25027 has completed the evaluations and the interviews, and have this letter of a recommendation for award for your consideration.
Okay, go ahead, could you read the letter?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. It's a letter dated July 22nd, 2025, to the Board of Ada County Commissioners from Ada County Procurement regarding RFP 25027. Dear members of the board, the Evaluation Committee has evaluated the responses for RFP 25027. A final ranking of qualified candidates was determined by evaluation scoring. The final rankings in order of evaluation scoring are as follows. Number 1, High Focus LLC, and they have a score of 130.62. Number 2, Choleta, with a score of 120.50. Number 3, Early Alert Incorporated, with a score of 106.05. Number 4, Wyland Associates LLC, with a score of 103.50. Number 5, Organizational Quality Associates, with a score of 70. Number 6, Dynamis Incorporated, with a score of 56.17. Number 7 is Eagle Hill Consulting LLC, with a score of 50.14. And number 8 is Salamander Technologies LLC, with a score of 39.50. Therefore, it is the recommendation of the evaluation group to award the contract for RFP 25027 to High Focus LLC as the number 1 ranked proposer.
Okay. All right, any further discussion? I'll accept the motion.
I'll move to accept the recommendation of the Evaluation Committee and award bid 25027 to High Focus LLC.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the discussion? Motion, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have up RFP 25058, Ada County Employee Benefits Consultant, table from 7:15. Go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, we do have 2 items under this project. The first is a review of the protest received from Alara Group doing business as Propel Insurance. And just to recap some of the events leading up to their protest, this RFP was issued on May 6th, and proposals were opened on June 10th. We received 9 proposals for this project, and evaluations were held on June 23rd. The top 3 proposers coming out of the initial evaluation were invited for interviews, and the top 3 were Acrisure, and Hub International, and Propel Insurance. Interviews for the top three were held on June 30th and July 1st. And coming out of the interviews, the rankings were as follows. Hub International had a score of 131.33. Propel Insurance had a score of 131.22. Acrisure had a score of 124.32. So after the interviews were finished, the evaluation team approved the final rankings, and a letter was sent to all the proposers of the final rankings and a recommendation of award to Hub International on July 9th. On July 10th, Propel Insurance submitted a public records request for evaluation scoring sheets. The public records request was completed on July 16th. During that time, Propel Insurance then submitted a protest on July 11th in response to the July 9th award recommendation. In their protest, they write, given the extremely narrow margin and lack of scoring breakdown or evaluation detail provided, we respectfully request a review of the scoring process and recommendation of the award decision. As mentioned, the public records request has been completed, and Propel Insurance was able to see the scoring sheets and the breakdown for themselves. The scores are very close, so I can understand why Propel Insurance would want to procedurally pause the process for review. So you've had an opportunity to review the protest and whether the protest has merit or not, and based on what Alera Group, doing business as Propel Insurance, have provided in their protest, does the board want to uphold the protest, or does the board want to deny the protest?
Okay, go ahead.
Excuse me, the same question in terms of process, because that was one of the requests, is that we go back and review the process, the evaluation process, and the numbers, since it was so close. We did that, correct?
We did, yeah.
Based on the information you gave us, that was done and sustained the original decision, correct?
Yep, yep. So similar process that we do for all of our RFPs. We run it through our Bonfire e-procurement system. All the evaluators put their scores into the Bonfire's e-procurement system. Bonfire does the calculations within it itself. And procedurally, it's the same and consistent across all of our RFPs for the very reason for standardization. So we don't have any deviations in our processes.
And I understand, especially since scores are so close, it's like losing a football game by one field goal, and you missed the field goal, hit the goalpost or something.
Yeah.
So it's similar to that. We went back and did review it though, correct?
Yes,
Based on the information you gave us, that review was done.
Yeah. Yep, we reviewed the proposal submitted and the scoring, and it is close, really close, about as close as you can get, and probably the closest we've seen to proposers come in my time here at the county.
And those were independent reviewers doing the scoring, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
And they didn't collaborate in the scoring. They did their independent scoring and then you brought the scoring
Yep,
together.
yep.
Thank you.
All right, any other discussion?
Are we gonna hear from the appellant at all, or?
Nope. Do we have a motion?
So I move to deny the request for, the protest request on RFP 25058 based on the review that was done, the analysis that we've received, and our analysis of that information.
Okay, is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Any further motion? Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Right.
Motion carried.
All right.
And now we'll do the award.
Yes, so moving on to the final ranking and award recommendation for this project for RFP 25058, Ada County Employee Benefits Consultant. The evaluation team has completed the evaluations and the interviews, and do have a letter of a recommendation for award for your consideration.
Did you read the letter?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Letter dated July 22nd, 2025 to the Board of Ada County Commissioners from Ada County Procurement regarding RFP 25058. Dear members of the board, the evaluation committee has evaluated the responses for RFP 25058. A final ranking of qualified candidates was determined by evaluation scoring. The final rankings in order of evaluation scoring are as follows. Number 1, Hub International Mountain States Limited with a score of 131.33. Number 2, Propel Insurance and Alera Group Company, a score of 131.22. Acrisure LLC was number 3, and they had a score of 124.32. Number 4 is Gallagher Benefit Services Incorporated with a score of 78.30. Number 5 is Milliman Incorporated with a score of 78.05. Number 6 is the Siegel Company, Western States Incorporated, doing business as Siegel, 77.85 is their score. Number 7, GBS Benefits Incorporated, a score of 77.41. Number 8 is Alliant, and they have a score of 66.48. And number 9 is Envita Health Advisor, and they were just found to be non-responsive. It is the recommendation of the evaluation group to award the contract for RFP 25058 to Hub International Mountain States Limited as the number 1 ranked proposer.
Okay, any discussion or question? Okay, hearing none, I will accept a motion. Your Hub, right?
We are. Might be the last time you see us for a little while.
Okay, well, go ahead, I'll accept the motion.
I'll move to accept the recommendation of the evaluation committee and award bid 25058 to Hub International Mountain States Limited.
I second the motion.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Okay. Next, we have up the award of bid 25063. We tabled it on the 15th. Go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, this project did not have a protest with it. So the evaluation team has reviewed the bids received for bid 25063 and would like to submit this award recommendation letter for your consideration.
Could you read the letter?
Yeah, it's a letter dated July 22nd, 2025 to the Board of Ada County Commissioners from Ada County Procurement regarding bid 25063. Dear members of the board, after reviewing the bid submitted, it is a recommendation of the evaluation group to award the contract for bid 25063 to EKC Incorporated as the lowest responsive bidder in the amount of $145,398.
Okay, any discussion on the bid? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
I move to award bid 25063 to EKC Incorporated in the amount of $145,398.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you.
Thanks, Commissioners.
Okay, we now have a resolution which requires we open a public hearing. I'll open a public hearing on resolution 3105. This is a resolution for conveyance of a 2016 Chevrolet Tahoe from Ada County Sheriff's Office to the Adams County Sheriff's Office. Any questions or discussion? We have nobody from the Sheriff's Office here that wants to talk about it. They're the ones who want to donate it. They're donating it to Adams County. Any discussion?
Well, Mr. Chairman, this is a point where we meaning Ada County, even though we are the great state of Ada, we do actually cooperate with other counties to provide help where we can to them. So I think this is an example of that.
All right, yep. Okay, I'll accept them. Oh, I'll close the public hearing on resolution 3105 and accept a motion.
I'll move to approve resolution number 3105 as listed on the agenda.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, next on the agenda, we have peddlers and solicitors license, along with, well, we do peddlers and solicitors license. Any questions or discussion on the peddlers and solicitors license? To Andrew LaRoque. Hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
I move to approve the one peddler and solicitor's license as listed on the agenda.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Now we have catering permits / alcohol licenses. There's 20 of them. I've reviewed them. Is there any question or issues about any of the catering permits and alcohol licenses? Okay, hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
I'll move to approve the catering permits and alcohol licenses as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up, we have the clerk's office. And we have the distinguished clerk with us, Mr. Trent Triple. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Appreciate the time. As you can see from the 20 catering permits, love is in the air. It is wedding season. That's exciting. We also have the public budget presentation this evening at 6 p.m. in the hearing room on the first floor. We're excited to show the citizens of Ada County the hard work that we've put into it. We're also beta testing some possible new equipment if this budget gets approved for the elections equipment. We have the
We're approving a tentative budget, correct?
tentative budget. We're testing that equipment though so that we can remain on timeline to have that equipment up and running if it gets approved for next year. So that's gonna happen today out at our elections facility. We're excited about that. With elections, I don't think it should surprise anybody. In 2 weeks, we're kicking off the November election cycle with an election. So just as we wrap up budget here in the next couple of weeks, no rest for the weary. We're off to the races with the November election. So that's what's happening in the clerk's office.
Okay, did you get California to agree to do ballot verifier?
We had a lot of people that were very interested in ballot verifier, and they expressed a lot of interest. Unfortunately, some of them don't have as cooperating and accommodating elected officials as we have here in Ada County. So they're working on it, but I think it's the trend for the future. People deserve radical transparency when it comes to elections, so that there's no doubt about who's in office and how they got elected. So
Were you able to teach California how to count their ballots so they could announce their results on election day as opposed to 2 or 3 weeks later?
they're working on it. Like many jurisdictions, everybody's hamstringed sometimes with the laws that are put in place. And so all those elected officials would love to count their ballots faster than they're doing now, but sometimes they're not allowed to, so.
Okay, anything else for the clerk? Well, thank you.
How's the election office remodel going?
It's quite exciting. We had the national group out here last week and gave them a tour of the facility. It's not completed, but they were all in awe of the sense and the feel that you have in the building of transparency with the openness, the be able to see through the whole facility, the camera layout, everything in there. They were very excited, and many of them were taking notes, and there's a lot of continued conversation about what we're doing with the facility and what other people would like to do around the country. So once it's completed, I think everyone's going to be super pleased with it.
What's the completion date?
It's a moving target. We're hoping sometime mid to late August to have it complete. The upstairs is done. If you haven't had a chance to come see the upstairs,
Okay,
you should come out and take a look at it. It's really nice.
all right, we'll do that. All right. Any other questions?
Just that equipment, you answered that question, but that was one of my questions. That even if we approve the budget, it'll be October 1st, and you'll have
Yeah.
a November election coming up, so.
The real purpose of the testing today is to make sure that this particular equipment that we're considering will work with ballot verifier. As we go through the process to make sure as we upload ballot images and cast vote records that system will support that. Otherwise, it's a no-go for us because we want that
was one of my questions
transparency.
as well, if it dovetails with everything we're doing here.
That's what we want to make sure of today.
Because we're kind of avant-garde, we're kind of out in front of some of this stuff, so.
Is that what avant-garde means? Okay, thank you.
I don't speak French.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
And next up is a claims journal. I'll accept the motion on the claims journal.
I move to approve the claims journal for July 18th, 2025, and authorize payment of all claims.
Second.
Okay. You've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up, we have a couple of personnel actions. I'll accept the motion on the personnel actions.
I'll move to approve the personnel actions as listed on the agenda.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there anyone here from the treasurer's office? Nobody here from the treasurer's office? Okay, next up, we have development services. We have application 2024-00740-S Nathan Shaw. Could you give us a little report, Eric? Not Eric, Richard.
No worries, Mr. Chairman, thank you. Yeah, so on the agenda, we have two final plats. The first one is for Nordic Valley subdivision. It's a two-lot residential subdivision in southwest Boise. They're essentially taking an existing lot with a home on it and establishing a second buildable lot. And go ahead and kind of give you a preview of both of these. The second one, the Morgan Creek Homes, is the final plat for Calla Lily Creek subdivision. This one's southwest of Meridian, right on the county boundary, and it's a 5-lot residential subdivision. So for each of these, Development Services staff has reviewed the plats, finds that each of the respective applicants has been able to satisfy the conditions of approval that are associated with those subdivisions, and that each plat complies with county code and state law, and we recommend that the board authorize the chair to sign and stamp each of these final plats.
Okay. Is there any questions from the board? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion on application 2024-00740-S.
I move to approve Development Services application 2024-0074-S Nathan Shaw. And authorize the chairman to sign the documents. Stamp and sign the document.
Okay, is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up, we have application 2022-00211-S Morgan Creek Homes. Is there any question or any issues on this plat? If there's not, I'll accept the motion.
I'll move to approve the final plat for Calla Lily Creek subdivision, application number 202-200211-S, and authorize the chair to sign the documents and stamp the final plat on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, now we have the approval of the minutes of our open business meeting of 7/8/25. Any questions or issues or alterations?
Do you want both a separate motion on those? Or-
Yes.
I move to approve the open business meeting minutes for 7/8/2025 and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we have the minutes of the Board of Equalization meeting of 7/10. Any question or issues with the Board of Equalization hearings? I'll accept a motion.
I'll move to approve the minutes as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, moving on, we have a couple of, we have an interim agreement with Western Idaho Fair. It's any questions or issues about either of those agreements? I would accept a motion.
You want the interim agreement in a separate motion?
Yeah, we can do,
From the commercial.
we can do them all in one motion.
I move to approve the Expo Idaho interim events, the two listed on the agenda, and the commercial exhibitor agreement as listed on the agenda, and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Two interim agreements and one commercial exhibitor agreement for the fair. The two other agreements are for an event at Expo later in the year. Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Now we have two agreements at Barber Park and Education Event Center. Are there any questions on the two agreements? Hearing none, I'll accept the motion.
I'll move to approve the Barber Park Education and Event Center agreements as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, now we have 6 agreements through the county. I've reviewed the agreements. Is there any questions or issues on any of the agreements? Hearing none, I'll accept the motion.
I move to approve the agreements as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the appropriate documents on behalf of the board.
Second.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any further questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, now we get down to indigent services. We have a request to discharge a medical lien. Lien on case number 0105-30. We've had a findings of fact and conclusions of law prepared. Any issues or questions on this issue?
Mr. Chair, I've been waiting to get a copy of the recording from the hearing, so the findings haven't been prepared yet. They'll be for next OBM. So it needs to be tabled to the next OBM.
Okay. All right, I'll accept the motion to table this item till the OBM on the, what's the date? What's that? 29th.
Mr. Chair, I'll move to table the request to discharge medical indigency lien, case number 0105-30, to the open business meeting on July 29th, 2025.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, next we have up the weekly indigent items. I'll accept the motion on the weekly indigent items.
I move to approve the weekly indigent items as listed on the agenda.
Okay, is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Weekly indigent items are approved. Now we have a miscellaneous. It's a request for mediation from Palermo Estates and Balarusa subdivision. Is there any issues or question on this request?
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
So this came before the board regarding a particular development project where the developers are trying to do a subdivision and are having trouble meeting the requirements set forth in the development agreement, which allows the county engineer to make a determination about the appropriate water flow that can be delivered. And they're having some difficulty meeting that, and so they are requesting a mediation between the board and development services, I guess, to challenge the particular ruling by the county engineer. To Dev Services, are those the correct facts, would you say?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Davis, I believe that would be a good description.
Okay.
And we've had multiple meetings, examinations of the law. I think the overall consensus was that the mediation that's contemplated in Idaho Code 67-6510 is not really applicable to this specific situation, that it applies more to where you would have two parties, perhaps a developer and a neighbor, that can't agree on a specific item in the project, where the board would mediate between the neighbor and the developer, which we've done one time in the last couple of years, which did not actually work out, but we did try it. And it does appear that that is the consensus, that that's what the law requires. It would not necessarily be applicable in this situation.
Okay, there is a process that this developer could go through, and that is to make another application and to request that their development agreement be modified. That is a process open to the developers, and they can't do that. Any other discussion?
Those were the 2 points I was gonna make as well. The mediation is not an appropriate avenue under the law for us to take in this situation, and that the development agreement process, amending that, is a process that can be done by application to the board. So with that in mind,
Mr. Chair, I'll just further comment that that's not obviously the only and exclusive remedy. You know, the developers are still encouraged to work with development services to provide potentially more data, to provide more information where perhaps a different conclusion could be reached. I certainly empathize with the developer because this is a multi-million-dollar development that's being affected by the water issues on that particular land, and it's certainly not my intention to stop any development. But you know, we have the law as written, which has been reviewed, and it does seem to not allow us to do this type of mediation.
Well, of course, nothing in denying the request for mediation would prevent them from continuing to work under the terms and conditions of the original application, of course. And that's the only suggestion is if they want to change the current conditions of approval, they would then have to file another application. But there's nothing in us suggesting that would suggest that they need to do anything different than what's already on their conditions of terms and approval.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
just as an amplification of what Commissioner Davidson just said, this relates to water, and water is one of my critical issues that I focus on, and I think it behooves us as a public, as a community, as well as developers, as well as the entire process, that we focus on water as a critically important part of development. And so that's what we're talking about here is a water issue that needs to be handled very carefully and delicately. And there's a process for doing that, and as we've described here, developers can do that, and we expect them to do that, and it's an option that they have available to them. So.
Absolutely. Any further discussion?
No.
All right, I would accept the motion.
I move to deny the request for mediation from Palermo Estates and Delarusa subdivision as listed on the agenda.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Is there any other business needs to be brought before the board today? Hearing none, we are adjourned.
I was just talking to somebody who actually
Okay.
did that, all the places they went and it's.
Good morning. Today is the 22nd day of July. The time is 9:43. The board is in session, acting as the Board of County Emergency Medical Services District for the open business meeting. All three commissioners are present. We also have with us
Sean Rain, paramedics.
Elizabeth Duncan, Communications.
and new IT guy. Okay. Madam Clerk, are there any changes to the agenda?
There are none.
Okay, first item up is the claims journal. I'll accept a motion on the claims journal.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the EMS Claims Journal for July 18th, 2025, as listed on the agenda.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye. Now we have some personnel actions. Any question or discussion on the personnel actions? Hearing none, I'll accept the motion.
I'll move to approve the EMS personnel actions as listed on the agenda.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we have the approval of the minutes from our July 8th meeting. Any questions or discussions on the minutes?
I move to approve the Emergency Medical Services District meeting minutes from July 8th, 2025.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we have one agreement. Agreement 1590-725. Any questions or, this is the Bonneville Billing and Collections for collections of your obligations.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Commissioners, that agreement, so Bonneville was the previous collector to the one that we currently have. But they still have ownership of those claims that they've been trying to collect on, and so this is just amending that contract,
So they can keep collecting.
so they can keep collecting.
Okay, any,
Why did we decide to go with a different company?
The RFP 4 years ago, we ended up going with Wakefield, and I think we had been with Wakefield prior to that. So Bonneville goes back to, I want to say, like 2017, somewhere in that era. And they moved to Wakefield. They just had a better offer on that RFP. And of course, next week, they're going to be opening the RFP for building services again, so.
okay. Any questions? Any other questions? I'll accept a motion.
I'll move to approve agreement number 12590-7-25 as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the appropriate documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, now we get EMS update. We're happy you could be here with us today. Sean.
Yes. Mr. Chair, Commissioners, good morning. Not a huge update. We had a really good department meeting last week out at the field house for, it's called Mission 43. They support veterans and first responders out there. They actually have a really nice training room that they have let us use a couple of years now they don't charge us anything. They have some pretty interesting programs out there for hyperbaric therapy, where they actually can put up to 9 people in one of these rooms, take them to pressure in a high oxygen environment, and it's good for treating traumatic brain injury and PTSI. So, pretty neat place out there, and it's all funded by the Albertsons Foundation. So, pretty cool.
Okay.
That was a great meeting. We were able to recognize quite a number of people for different years of service. We had two that were given their 25-year plaque. I think one of those will be in here August 12th, and the next one I think is coming up in September. Yeah. So always pretty cool to give them the big plaque. But that was a great meeting. And then the only other thing to report is I got a call from Josh Tanner last week, and he is going to meet with myself and a few other folks Thursday morning down at the State House to start working through the IDAPA rules for EMS and moving that over into code. So
We talked about that at the meeting, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's it for today.
And he volunteered to help do that.
Yeah, he did. He's been pretty interested in working on that project, and I think part of it is he wanted to get me on that, working on that before I retire in October. So, you know, one thing I had a little bit of trepidation because most of the people that are going to be, all of the people that are going to be down there with them are all from Ada County. And sometimes that ruffles feathers around the state, but it's just the first step in a kind of a first pass at the IDAPA rules, and then they'll get shared around the state so that people can be included in the conversation. But that's all I have to report for today.
Okay, any questions?
Yeah, as you know, the rules are problematic sometimes, but being in law is actually more problematic in trying to get them to change. Rules are easier to change than law, but I understand why the legislature is doing what they're doing in terms of codifying a lot of.
Well, and it should be pointed out that rules should be exclusively based on the law.
And they're not always.
Well, they should be. And that's something else, as you're going through them, if you see something you should be throwing out, throw it out.
That's part of the plan. Yeah,
that's part of the objective.
And there are some things that I think that is what we're going to end up doing. But there, you know, one of the things that we have to have some structure around it so that we don't create the Wild West, or you remember the old movie Mother Jugs and Speed. We don't want to bring that to Ada County where it's just a free for all. So that was a great movie, but you know, one of the few funny ones about EMS.
Not to live through it.
Or not to live through it.
Okay, any other questions?
Guess we're doing some Bronco game day event for you guys. So-
Yes, Mr. Chair, Commissioner Davidson, Mark Babson is working with Cameo. Cameo Rogers actually works with BSU in coordinating all of the standby services we do down there. And they were happy to have you guys come down, so I think they're getting that on the schedule. I can't remember which game it is. It's in September.
First game.
Yeah, first game. So that should be pretty interesting
Yeah.
to go down there and see all the operations. It's kind of funny because for years I sat in the command booth up in the skybox with Bob Carney when he was in charge of that down there.
Well, that's right.
He ran a tight ship, that's for sure, over at BSU. It was you had to be quiet up there. We didn't like people making a bunch of noise. So.
Okay. All right, well, we'll tell your staff we appreciate your service.
All right, thank you very much.
A big ticket team, Appalachian State.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Did your guys assist in that river fatality that we had recently?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Commissioner Davidson, we were there on that person who drowned. So yeah.
Was it no signs of life when they brought him out, or?
You know, I haven't read through the chart but from what I understand, no. So,
Been under there for a while.
yeah.
So does the firemen, do they work to get the body out, and then you guys, they pass them off to you, and you do the resuscitation?
It's actually a collaborative effort. So, you know, all of the firemen are also trained as EMTs. They also have some paramedics. And so it's really a team effort. In fact, we had a person from Public Consulting Group that's working on the GMT project do a ride along last week. And she has seen EMS all over the country working with them. And she was really impressed that she couldn't really tell the difference between our folks and the fire folks because we integrate so seamlessly and you know, whether we're first or they're first, we just walk in and we all know what to do. We really work together as a team, so. Good. And all of our people are trained not in going into the water necessarily, but in you know, the shore rescue. We train everybody on throwing the rope bags and that kind of thing, so. We don't have to use it often, but it happens.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Unless there's any other business, we'll be adjourned.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.